Alright, what is good? It's your boy Shimmy back with another video. Yes, it's been a little while, but today we are back with Wistoria Season 2. Listen, no long talks. Grab your snack if you need it. Lock the f in. Now let's get into it. Now we start in a teacher's meeting and this guy Will is getting 100% on every test. Bro is definitely using Claude for answers. Side note, if you're not using Claude, start using it. We do not rock with GBT no more. But the students still have one more exam to go and he's out here studying, staying up late, grinding, no sleep. He just needs one spell work credit and the man can go up the tower and become a real wizard, no Harry.
You're a
now
wizard.
Fireboy and Lava Girl go to the headmistress and say, we dead fought a floor boss last season. Do we get anything for that? But no, they don't get shit. We move to Elf and this shorty and they're reminiscing about that floor boss too, and how Will taught them that even a guy with no talent and no magic can still put belt to ass. Now it's nighttime and we follow Elfaria walking to this meeting and then Eleanor pulls up. I ain't think I'd see you come out your little hut, but Elfaria says, you're just mad I packed you up in the magic competition. Go get back in the lab. Then my dog Zio shows up too. He says, move out my way. Not gonna lie, this is my favorite character and I don't even know him yet. Elfaria's like, why the f are both here? But it's because it's Terminalia. What I mean? But apparently it's for a ritual. The barrier is about to disappear. I already know some bullshit's about to happen with this man. Then we cut to this teacher staring at this exam book at night. Now it's the next day and he walks in, he says, shut the fuck up little youths. It's our final exams. Let me tell you, this exam's only got one question. If you get it right, you get 6 points. Don't ask me no questions. Let me see what you guys really know. Now get started. And the question is, what is magic? And they have to explain it from activation all the way to the end. Nah, because what the hell? Bro did this knowing damn well my dog Will don't know shit about no activation. The man is just hating. This really was my teacher too. F you, Mr. DeCarlo. Yeah, I'm calling you up by name too. All the men in class are like, yeah, we got this. This is easy. And Will says, I dead can't answer this shit. It ain't taught in no textbooks. But this is Will we talking about. He ain't going out like no hoe. He starts writing. He says, my magic is chatting to Gyal. He says, my magic is aspiration. It's the hard work I do. Magic is. Then we cut to the teacher's office. Workner grabs Ed and says, what the hell type of dumbass question was that, hoe? You know Will can't answer that. Oh, I just picked a question every maid should be able to answer. And don't worry, it wasn't just Will who failed. 40% of these kids failed too. Damn. Well, how the hell are they even failing that? Workner is still pissed because he's doing all this over one student, but Ed pushes bro to the ground. Damn. I can't lie, we'd have to fight after that. Big Munting. He tells Workner, what you're trying to do don't make no sense. He can't use magic. This ain't no joke. A sword can't become a wand. But didn't he almost pack you up with just a sword? Oh, okay. You're just a hater. All y'all have lost your minds. In the end, Will ends up getting disqualified and bro is crying on the rooftop. It's nighttime and he starts crashing out, but Roasty comes and tells him, don't worry twin, I'ma be here for you. The mandem gather around trying to go find Will, but Julius says, why are you looking for that bum? He ain't got no magic or hose. He's got no place in this world. Like gang, don't make me pull up the tape where Will almost sent you to the afterlife. At the same time, a festival's happening so everyone goes to have fun. But it's still a serious time because the barrier is gonna fall. So these guys are all making sure no funny business happens. Everything is ready and the top mages say, let us begin the barrier celebration. The Magia Vanner, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I'ma say it. Pull up and look at them aura farming. I don't trust this redhead guy though. The people start singing a song for them and they all raise their wands and the clock strikes 12.
Clock strikes 12. Midnight arrives.
I'm actually sorry about that one. They all blast their magic straight at the barrier and use supreme spell Vendus Terminalia. Then some dark writing appears over top of it with a smiley face. What the? Everything turns dark and these monsters with swords and wings come landing down. Shit looks straight out of Yu-Gi-Oh! Then we see two villains too. And hold up, ain't this good from My Hero? The hell is he doing here? But the Magic Vanya are all out of commission for a while because they used that big spell. Now it's time for the party to start. Will's watching this, he's like, but I've seen this before. This the same shit that happened last time. And the monsters are just attacking all over. Shorty blows some bubbles and it turns into these little rock guardians and that's holding them back. Then these flame niggas use Katon Fireball Jutsu and bun up the monsters bad. Everyone's like, shit, these are the power of high mages of the tower. They really like that. This guy's like, dumbasses would really attack us when we got the magic Vanya here? Hey, go investigate this shit. Then the smoke clears and the monsters are still alive. He goes and shoots it again, turns around and aura farms, but it's still alive after that. Yeah, that's a crazy aura loss. Monster speed blitzes and cuts him in half. What the? Holy double aura loss. But here's the issue, magic don't work on them. It's nullifying it on some Asta shit. So we're really cooked. They even got these swords especially made to nullify magic too, to fight the mages. We move to the headmistress and bro says, so can we send reinforcements to help out the youths them? Hell no. Go defend the tower. And at the tower, all these are weak. Like, get up and go fight, bro. This guy says, let's go help the civilians out. But Eren tells him, we ain't helping them. You're a disgrace.
Damn.
Like, damn, all he did was ask a question. But no one's allowed to leave because if one of them dies, the barrier will be gone forever and the celestial host will invade. We move to the two invaders and they're like, oh, you don't want to leave? Word, let's turn this shit up even more. And the monsters are just taking out people left and right. Shorty tries to save this girl, but her magic gets sucked in by the sword. Then the goat himself comes in and turns the monster into Shanks. He makes quick work of it, Gordon Ramsay style, and it's gone. He really is the truth. He sees the next one, cuts it in half, then he starts going for the ones with swords. He clashes with one and cuts it and the sword in two. We still got a problem though, there's way too much for Will to take on one by one, all by himself. So Eren goes and FaceTimes Shorty and he says, hey, go call up the dwarves to help us out. So she calls over the comms and tells everyone to get help from the dwarves. Now it's go time, Lyanna goes in, speed blitzes these three, but they took 0 damage. Even illusion magic ain't working on these guys. But Sion notices they do slow down when they absorb their magic. So the plan is to keep shooting them with the shits and then hope for the best. So that's what they do. They keep shooting and Colette picks up the Statue of Liberty and drops it on top of them, killing them. W plan. Move back to the invaders and they're pissed because Lil Nigga Sensei found one of their weapons before this attack. If he didn't find one of their weapons, the mages would be really cooked right now. But homie says, alright, we ain't got no choice. Here's something even better for y'all. And we see a gate appear right in front of Will, and then a monster's eye pops out and starts to look. It steps, pulls up right in front of Will and gives him a rude punch in the stomach. The man goes flying through buildings. We cut to Lil Sensei in a dungeon and he catches this evil mage. He says, tell me everything you know, boy. Nah, it's too late for you. We was just drawing you away, that was our plan. Lil Sensei ain't trying to hear that, so he ends him right there. Back to Will, he finally gets up and the monster goes and slices the building in two? What the hell? And apparently this thing is from Gate 40 and it's taken out past Magia Vanya's. GG's. All Will can do now is just run, but it just hits him away. It sees some other students laying on the ground and it goes to take them out. But of course Will has to come and defend them. Then it just kicks the man in the air like it's Messi and hits him to the ground. Damn. It's about to end him, but Dwarf OG comes and body checks it. Then all the monsters start falling to the ground and some black shit comes out of them. This power starts flowing into the monster's core. Don't tell me it's about to transform, man. But basically this thing just eats its homies to get stronger. The dwarves go to attack it mid-transformation, but this guy throws a knife on the ground stopping them. Then the monster finally finishes transforming. Yeah, it's done. And it just starts shooting spikes at the dwarves, taking out everyone. So now, magic don't work and strength don't work either. It's over. They're really about to kill one of the top dogs with this. Will's like, shit, only way we can win is if I lock in like I did last time. Yo, Roasty, help me out. Roasty says, I got you, twin. He uses a spell, but the monster says, not too fast, little and body checks Will into the wall, pulls up on Roasty and cuts the man's arm off. No way. Will goes in attacking, but it gives him a rude kick away. He keeps attacking, but nothing he's doing is working on the monster, and it hits him into a wall again. It walks him down, goes to attack, but Roasty pushes him out the way and he gets stabbed through the chest. Nah, man, this is actually too far. And he just turns to dust? RIP to a real one, man. He was rocking with Will before anybody. Will needs to get his get back. Now Will's falling off this building and Werkner comes on a dragon and catches him. Bro's screaming for Roasty, but he's completely gone. Back to the meeting, Zio gets pissed and punches a table. He gets up and goes to leave, but the fire guy says, Where do you think you're going? Yes, he did indeed say the N-word. I'm going to fight. Them mages are useless, but the most useless ones are us. Damn, he's spitting. The fire guy tells him, go take your seat. Zio ain't listening, and bro shoots an arrow in front of him. The man's really trying to scrap my goat? Then out of nowhere, Elfaria gets up, goes straight to Aaron and says, change your orders, OG. He says, I ain't taking that shit back. Shorty don't play about Will though, so she starts freezing the place all over. Listen, I'll hurt an old man if I have to. Good, stand on business, Shorty. Back to Will. He's sad. He feels powerless and useless. He don't even know what to do no more. Werkner tries to get him out of it, but this guy pulls up right in front of him. What the Gilgamesh? He says, listen, that youth's been getting in our way. I'ma take you and him out. And he shoots the knives at them, and we just see an explosion in the air. After seeing the explosion, Colette and Sion go out to find Will and to see Wagwan. At the same time, this headless villain is just happy everyone's dying. He says, you should be on your way too. And he makes the monster go towards the tower, like okay. Sarah uses all types of magic to stop it, but she just gets one-shotted. Move to Ed and he's telling the dwarves, go launch a sewer slide mission to stop those monsters. Shorty says, hold on, we've been doing this for too long, you're telling us to die? Hell yeah. And a monster comes from above to attack her. Ed goes and saves her. Then he uses his magic to blast it away. Like, could he not have just shot the magic from the beginning instead of getting himself hurt? Like, I'm tired of these aura farmers, man. But he tells her, your life is worth more than mine. I'ma be out there with y'all. So she agrees, and all the dwarves get ready to fight. Back to Colette. She's fighting one of the monsters and her bracelet stops working. It's not looking good for her at all. Now we look all over and people are still getting packed up left and right. Even the mages are starting to give up. Some of them are even hiding. But Fine Shit comes in and takes this one out easy. Hold on, blood magic? Where's she been this whole story? And she just one-shots all these monsters. Yeah, fuck Ed, bro. But it still ain't looking good. Headmistress don't know what to do and Iris don't know what to do either. Then someone comes walking and says, yo Iris, how's the sword? And it's Lil Sensei. Thank God, because we needed reinforcements. We move back to this invader and he says, yeah, that guy was pretty strong. He really tried to counter me, but he ain't surviving that attack. Then we just see Will coughing on the ground and Werkner comes walking towards him. He says, we're in the west of the city and there's a hole in his chest? Nah, man, what the Toji is going on? He says, all I could do was protect you, my bad twin. I gotta depend on you now. You're telling me back-to-back deaths in 2 episodes? I'm actually sick. Will's like, nah, I can't do this. I can't protect none of y'all. I can't even use no magic. Werkner gives him a hug and tells him, I can't lie, I've been lying to you. You can use magic. Huh? He says you can use one spell. Then the man dies right there. No man, why would you waste words and not tell the man what his magic is? This is crazy. Then out of nowhere, Lil Sensei pulls up. He says, a light that can pierce anything. Oh, don't worry about him, he's blessed. Yeah, he don't look blessed to me, I'm gonna be real with you. Finn says, get up broski, the stage has already been set. Listen, you can't use no magic like wind or fire, but you got something else. You got willpower. Will's like, that shit ain't gonna work in this situation, be for real. He says those who can't change themselves can't change the world. Remember your roots, Twizzy. Take up your blood clot sword. And his blood drips on the sword and it starts glowing. Damn, Excalibur. Finn tells him, you already got the answer, boy. What's the name of your magic? Will gets up, picks up the sword and says, courage. Come on, man, what type of fairy tale ass Disney ass power is that? But the man's hair changes color and he says limiter off. The man goes in sprinting and just turns into a beam of light and takes these monsters out one by one. The man them are like, blood clot. What, is that Will? With no magic? Yeah, that's him. We cut to Sion and he's fighting this monster, but it cuts his hawk in half. Yeah, GG's. He gets blown away and it pulls up on him with the quickness. He can't run no more. It goes right behind him. So he turns around and gets ready to launch a rude fireball jutsu. And we just see a flash. And the man himself, Will, comes in sprinting and blocks the attack, then just hits it away. Damn, look at these two, man. Inspirational. Shion's like, what the fuck? White hair? Is that you? What type of power did you get this time? The monster starts to get back up and Will speed blitzes and sends it flying. And it goes through all these buildings. Now it's in Central Flows. It's going right for the headmistress, but listen, she's still a Bodgia. She uses Kyridos Aquilum to stop it. This guy's like, we need to cut now. If we don't, we're actually But then the man himself, Will, comes walking the monster down. He says, hey monster, If you want to fight, let's scrap right now. They both go in and clash, making an explosion. All the men feel the tremors and they go with the quickness to see their dog Will. Even Ed is like, was that Will? Like, stop hating, bro, go do your job. Back to Will. He's cutting all around the monster and all the Magivania are watching. Even Elfaria can't believe how strong he is. We move to some other students who are thinking about helping him. Real talk, they need to just stay on the sidelines. You're not gonna do no damage. And they all start to realize they laughed and bullied this kid and he's still out there saving them. But we just hear someone scream, "Go Will," and it's Sion. Then all the men start cheering for him too. This shit is inspirational. So everyone starts to join in. Back to the fight, Will goes in clashing with it again. He's like, I always felt like shit. They ain't never gave me no love around here, treating me like a scrub.
They ain't believe in us.
But I always hoped they would end up rocking with me. And now they're cheering for him, so he's gotta protect them. He's better than me though, I would've let them all die respectfully. Will speed blitzes, jumps in the air, and hits the monster's sword again. Then they clash. But Will's sword breaks. No man. Then the monster starts to smile. Basically the weapon wasn't strong enough to hold Will's powers in there. With no weapon, it's looking grim. The monster smiles again, goes in to punch him. But Will dodges last minute. He's only got half of a sword now, so I don't know how he's about to do this. We cut to Elfaria in the tower and she starts walking. The fire guy says, Elfaria, where do you think you're going? You know we can't leave. First off, mind your own business, boy, and I'm not leaving. I'ma just go watch from the window. She says, whoops, my hand slipped, and she makes a sword out of ice and drops it right where Will is. He puts his sword up and it connects and makes a big ass explosion. Is bro about to get an upgrade? He says fully charged Albus, and he gets this sword. Damn, bro's moving like guts now. Sion's like, damn, this is like when we fought the Grand Duke. But wait, there's still a problem. Magic no work upon that monster. And the monster knows that too. It flexes, then goes in running at him. But Will is moving like Gojo. He says, I can feel it. I can feel the sword's power. And ain't nothing can stop me right now. Not even 10 evil lightskins. And we see Elfaria there with him. He goes and cuts, and we just see the monster's arm frozen. Damn. Then it just breaks, and the thing's arm is just gone. Everyone's like, how did he do that? We cut to the invader, and he's like, what the actual hell is going on right now? That don't even make no sense. The top mages are like, hold on, that ain't no magic he's using. That's the 5th element. Zio's like, I love this kid. Aaron says, so you finally attained it then, Finn? The wand and sword. Will goes in with the quickness, slashes. The monster comes back with a beam. Will slides under, and both of its arms are gone. Damn. Shit, go call for backup at this point. It regrows them and sends some more attacks, but Will just aura farms and freezes all of it. Jordy really amped up his power crazy. He stares it down now. We cut back to the evil guys, and he says, broski, you know what we gotta do. And he pulls his wand out and makes hella magic circles appear throughout the city. Monsters start coming through them like, come on, let my dog have his moment. Elfaria looks and says, that shit don't matter, you got this. And Will puts his sword in the ground. He says, overload full burst. The monster goes jumping at him, but he says, L glass frost, spell 7. And all the monsters get impaled with ice. Nobody can even believe this. Even the headless guy drops the wand on the ground. Back to Will, he says, let's finish this. Gets in his stance, makes the sword even longer, jumps right in front of it and cuts it. It turns into ice and breaks, and the man is just aura farming. Yeah, see, that's my goal. All the mandem just start cheering because they finally won, and Workner is there cheering him on. Hold on, how is he still alive? We move to Lil Sensei and he starts laughing. Yo, good job, twin. You were our last hope and you surpassed my wildest dreams. Alright, sorry to keep you waiting, Mercedes. It's time to honor our bargain. It only took 500 years? Damn, they've been waiting for Will for 500 years? He yells out, just you wait, false sky. The curtains are about to rise. Alright, that's all for this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, do all that good stuff for your boy. And yeah, Wistoria Season 2 video is done. I'm not gonna lie, this is my hot take. Wistoria is better than Black Clover, okay? Sue me, shoot me. But it's true. And yeah, only one video this week. I was gonna do 2, but your boy got sick. I don't know what I got. The shit feels like COVID, but yeah, we're pushing through it. We're gonna drop 2 videos next week. We're gonna do One Piece because the streets are saying it's gonna be good next week. So you know we have to listen to the streets, obviously. We're gonna do a Damon's this week, so maybe we'll do that next week, or I don't know, something else. Let me know what else you guys want to see and I'll try to get it for next week. If not, it's probably gonna be a Damon's. I heard Witch Hat is going crazy, but that was like
last week or 2 weeks ago. So I might wait till it goes crazy again, then I'll hop on it, you know what I mean? After that, for long videos, I'm thinking I'm gonna do, I don't know how you pronounce it, Doro Hey Doro, that one. I might do season 1 and then hop on season 2 when it finishes. Or I might even do a Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, one of those ones. Let me know how you guys are feeling about that. And keep dropping suggestions for your boy too, and I'll get on them. And yes, we're gonna be streaming soon, probably like mid to late May, because this is my homie's camera. I gotta get my own. I'm gonna get that like mid-May. So I'll set that up, set the stream up, get the Twitch going, hop on the Twitch, and lose at some rivals. And yeah, appreciate all the support. I know I've been a little MIA because they're after me again. You know how it is. You know how it is with me. If you know me, you know how it is. But listen, we're not gonna stop. We're gonna keep grinding. Even if it's a little 3 months that I gotta wait, shit, we'll be back. We'll still be back and we'll keep posting. So yeah, appreciate all the love, all the support. Means a lot to your boy. Catch y'all boys and girls in the next video. Peace.